We are streaming live. Hope everybody having a good day today. Everybody is out enjoying themselves. If you're at home watching this live stream, thanks for tuning in and checking it out because I wanted to go over a few herbs that are very, very essential and should be in every home. If you don't have them in your home, then I suggest you go out, go online. There are plenty of websites. You can also go to Amazon to find some of these here herbs. And so what I'm going to do today is just share with you a couple of these herbs that I have identified that are very great in what they do. Okay, not every herb works, for every individual. Because every individual's body and their chemistry is a little different, if that makes sense. And so there are certain herbs that work, certain herbs that won't work. But for my experience, I can say and will vouch for these few here who I have seen work for several different individuals. And so one of the first herbs that I do want to tackle at this moment is elderberry. Now, elderberry herb, which is this one right here, is not actually a herb per se. It is a berry, right? And so in how it looks similar to the blueberry. It's very, very small, very tiny. Just imagine, a blueberry, that is like probably half of its size. And so for those who don't know about elderberry is one of those herbs or those berries that is good for colds and preventing the cold, preventing the flu, or for inflammation in the respiratory system. And so it helps relieve that during that time of sickness. So for myself and for what I have discovered and seen others do and report is that this herb should be taken at least once or twice a week. I take it every single day. But for others, I've taken witness that you should take this at least twice per week. And that is for a preventive method. Okay, so you don't want to take this. You can take it and it does work. But as a preventive method, you want to make sure that you're constantly building upon your immune system because that's what it does. It builds your immune system. I wish I had the berry itself so that you could take a look at it. But this syrup that I made here is made with natural pure honey that comes from off of the bee farm. I didn't buy the honey from out of the store, although you can. But I bought this honey from a local bee farm, and so I use that. I use alkaline water. And for those who don't know, I actually have my own brand of alkaline water. This is Mineral Plus water, which we use for all of our teas and some of the tinctures that we make and for our syrups. But it's made with alkaline water. It has hyssop in it. It has ginger in it. It has natural honey in it. And we use alkaline water. Okay. Next, let's see here. What's next on the list? Because there are so many different herbs. Where do we want to go? Of course, the all famous turmeric. This is turmeric here for those who don't know about turmeric. Turmeric is one of those herbs that is used for so many different things. They use it for cancer. It is being used, to reduce inflammation. It's used for so many different things. And so I suggest you actually go and online on YouTube and do some further research on turmeric because this is one of those herbs. It is a root. Okay, it is this color here. In the active ingredient is the curcumin that's in it. Okay, here. Okay, and you'll find the turmeric is in like curry powders. Up top here is the spirulina. Spirulina is very good. It is a alkalizing herb. It cleanses and it oxygenates your cells. And so this is one of those algae. It's not an herb, but it's actually a blue-green algae that comes from out of the sea, out of the ocean, that you should also have as well. I don't consider this a herb, but to me it's a herb. But it's sea salt, Himalayan salt. And one of the most important aspects of Himalayan salt is that it contains many different minerals in it, unlike your regular iodized salt. Iodized salt has been extracted of all of its mineral, of all of its potency, and so therefore it's left with nothing but, giving you that flavor. And the reason is because it's economical. Is a way to make more money, to get more out of it when they do that. And so it makes sense from a business perspective. But as a person who is a health enthusiast who is interested in natural remedies, then you want the best bang for your bucks, which is Himalayan salt, sea salt. And so if you haven't seen it, don't know what it looks like, it is pink. It's pink salt. This has been grounded up, but there's also, bigger size. And what it does for your body, it actually balances your minerals within the body. It helps balances your homeostasis. It helps balances your high blood pressure. For those who have been to the doctor who has high blood pressure and the doctor tells you, you need to what? Reduce your sodium intake, because what's happening is that the body is retaining water, and that's because your sodium potassium pump is not working like it should, and that's because you're deficient in so many different areas. And so when you're using salt that contains these minerals, you're now depositing minerals versus minerals are being extracted out of your body by other toxins and by the salt that you're already, the unhealthy salt. All right, on to the next one. Let's see here. Oh, so we have here, let me move this back. We have here the black cumin seed. And for you who are not familiar with black cumin seed is also known as black seed oil. And these are the actual seeds. If you can see here, I'm not going to open it up because it's going to just take too long to open it up, but you can go online and take a look at what black cumin seed is. And black cumin seed was referred to as the herb or the medicine that was used by the pharaohs when they were being buried, because they felt as though they needed not only medicine, the black cumin seed, but they took the kamut berries for food. So they were buried with the black cumin seed for medicine and the kamut berry for food. Okay, and the famous quote is that this is the cure for all diseases except for death. So with that being said, that means that there is nothing that black cumin seed cannot cure. So if you don't have this in your pantry, I suggest you get that. All right, we're gonna move that out of the way. Next on the list is the famous, let's see here, where did I put it? This is the actual powder form. Okay, let me move the Himalayan salt out of the way. But this is the powdered form of Irish moss. Irish moss is a seaweed. It is a sea moss. It comes from out of the ocean, comes from out of different areas, and is extracted out of the areas, dried out, and then it's converted into a powder. And so with the powder form, what I use it for is for making pills, or using it for making smoothies, and I use it for making teas. And that's the best way to take Irish moss. Irish moss is one of those go-to herbs, go-to seaweeds that not only deposit minerals into your body, but it also gets inflammation from out of the joints. One of the people that we can all refer to who made this famous, at least for myself, is Dr. Sebi. So if you're not familiar with Dr. Sebi, go back and look on YouTube for Dr. Sebi, Dr. Sebi from Honduras with Usha Research Institute, who actually, for me, put me on to this here. I'm sure there's been individuals who have been onto this years prior to Dr. Sebi coming on the scene, but for myself, of course, like many others, we contribute a lot of our work and a lot of our understanding to the great Dr. Sebi. All right, but this is the powder form of Irish moss, and I use this just about every single day because I drink a smoothie every morning. I make teas, and when I make teas, I'm either using this or I'm using some other, I'm using hyssop or alfalfa. Now, right now, currently, I did make a tea today. I'm almost done with it. And this tea right here is actually a tea for pain and inflammation. And this tea here, I'm testing it out because I have a person who's a patient of mine who has RA. And so they were experiencing some pains. And so I wanted to make them a tea for their pains, their arthritic pains. RA is rheumatoid arthritis. It's an autoimmune dysfunction. And so, you know, when you have inflammation in your joints, then you're going to experience pains. That's what arthritis is. And so this here is going to help ease the pain. And what I used was the, where is it? I don't see it. Well, this is one of them here. This is cat's claw. Okay, as you can see here, I labeled it. I labeled cat's claw bark. But this is cat's claw right here, and this is what I use in this tea. This is used for the inflammation aspect of the tea. So this is going to help reduce the inflammation, and it's not for a short. It's not a quick effect, although it can be once you increase the dosages. But right now, I'm just testing out the effects for myself. Although I don't have the pain, but I wanted to see what it tastes like. I wanted to, you know, just see overall, because this is actually my first time combining these two together. Oh, here it is right here. It's sitting right next to me. Okay, and this is the white willow bark. And white willow bark is a bark that is extracted off of the tree, which is actually used for pain. This is like a aspirin. And believe it or not, this is where they get the constituents from for making aspirin from out of the white willow. And so this is the tea that I've developed here. And not only does it have cat's claw, white willow, I've put in there turmeric, and I've used ginger. Okay, and it tastes pretty good. It has a little bitter taste. It does kind of taste like aspirin a little bit, a little aspirin-y, watery. But I put a little agave in there, and we use alkaline water. And for those who didn't see it, this is our brand of alkaline water. You can get in contact with us to see how you can get our water. But it has natural minerals in it, natural calcium, magnesium, potassium, and of course, it's naturally alkaline. We do not run our water through any type of machine. We believe in all natural products. And so that's what we're presenting with you today, is natural products. And so the natural alkalinity of our water is a 7.8 to an 8.3. And like it says, what does it say? Hydrates 5 times faster. And that's what alkaline water does. Now, there's a lot of misconceptions, perceptions about alkaline water. But at the end of the day, I mean, you know, tomatoes, but you want the best of the best. And when you get the best, you want it as organic, as natural, the way Mother Nature intended it. Okay, that makes sense. Now, if you can't get yourself a bottle of some natural spring alkaline water, then of course, yeah, okay, go to the machine. But if you can get water that comes from out of the spring, naturally alkaline, then you got yourself some gold there, buddy. Next on our list is burdock root. If you've never heard of burdock, it's really good. It's a blood purifier. It's the only way that we can put it. It's what it does. It purifies the blood. People who have gout, take this right here, and your gout is going to be gone, just like that, without a doubt. This is the tincture. I made a tincture out of it. And then here is some powder that I actually bought of the burdock root here. As you can see, $5.71. This thing was filled up, but I actually make tea out of it. And this is the actual powdered root. Okay, so we can move that to the side. Bladderwrack. For those who want to lose weight, as you can see here, it supports thyroid health, rich in iodine. This is very important for thyroid health. People, you can't lose weight because of thyroid dysfunction. Well, this right here is going to balance out your thyroid without a doubt. But if you are on some type of medication, you cannot take this and your medication because it's going to throw something off. Okay, and so you want to consult with your doctor. Let them know, hey, I want to try out this Bladderwrack that this guy on this channel, Are You Alkaline Today, suggested. What do you think, doc? And he's probably gonna tell you, hey, yeah, sure, check it out. Let's see how it goes, you know. And then what's gonna happen is you're gonna come back. You're gonna leave a comment on my video and say, Mike, appreciate the information, bro. Okay, because this stuff really works. What else we got back here? I mean, it's just so much that we could talk about, but these are just some of the main herbs that are really good for your cabinet. Of course, this is some cayenne pepper here that you should also be in your pantry. And cayenne pepper is also not just good for your food, but it's good for your digestive system. It helps, like if you add cayenne pepper to your teas like this, or to any of your medicines, it actually is going to help absorb into your digestive system, into your tract, because that's where all your minerals and everything is absorbed, and then it goes out into your bloodstreams and stuff like that. And so cayenne pepper, this hot stuff here, is really good for that. And here's another thing it's good for that you probably did not know, but you know, maybe you did. But it's also good for bruises, scrapes, burns, or anything like that on, you know, topically. So if you're bleeding, you could put cayenne pepper inside of your cut, and it will coagulate. It will stop the bleeding. Believe it or not, you would think, oh man, you crazy, that stuff is gonna be hot. No, that's only on your taste buds. But on your cut, it's gonna stop the bleeding. It's gonna actually feel good, and that's what it's good for. So this is a good emergency herb as well. So a lot of herbal medics, they keep this on hand here too, and you can make this into a tincture as well. But anyway, so just want to cover a few of those things. But please, you know, leave your comments. If you have any herbs that I did not cover, I probably have it, or I'm out of it, and we will discuss it. I could show it. I could show you. I'm gonna do some videos on how to actually make some tinctures and things like that. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure you get you some bananas, some apples, some oranges, some cucumbers, some lemons, some fruits, vegetables, and load up your pantry with those things, and continuously eating healthy as much as possible. Herbs are great, but if you're not eating to complement those herbs, if you're not eating and drinking plenty of water, because it all goes back to drinking plenty of water. Water is what helps dilute and push out all of those impurities, toxins that are in your body. Water is 70% of your body, so why not use the best? Whether if you're going to use our water or you're going to use another type of water, but what's important is that you're flushing out. But do not, I repeat, do not drink that tap water, because that tap water is full of contaminants. It's full of poison. Okay. Now, if you're drinking purified water, that's another story, but that's not what this video is about. It's about the type of herbs. But I have a video about water, but I'm gonna make a new video about water and some of the waters that you should be and should not be drinking. Okay, but I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Please share this video, because there are other people out here who need to hear this information. All right, be a thought leader, be a trendsetter. Share this video, leave a comment. Let's discuss the topic. Let's talk about it. Let's get some things out in the open, because this is something that is gonna actually become more of a interest. Is gonna become the new way of medicine, natural remedies, because people are tired of the lies. People are tired of the misconceptions and the misperceptions that science has given us. Science have been, you know, studying and researching and testing and doing all of those things with our tax dollars, but they're not coming up with any type of results. Why is that? That is because they're not doing it. They're not in alignment. They're not in synchronization with the Almighty. When you're out of synchronization with the Almighty, you're not going to get anything done right. So we have to go back. Yes, I am a follower of the Most High, of the Creator, who gave it to us in the book of Genesis, who said that he had given us every tree and every seed-bearing fruit so that we would have them for food. When we step outside of that, ladies and gentlemen, men and boys and girls, we will experience ailments. We will get sick. So to keep from getting sick, then we need to go back to Mother Earth and let Mother Earth be our doctor. All right. With that being said, I'm signing out. And are you alkaline today?